Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. Welcome to Acquire English with Irfan. Today I am delivering a motivational lecture to all my venerated and dear viewers. This lecture will be about an important aspect of our lives. All the people, I am not saying that majority of the people, every person, all the people, whether they are men, whether they are women, youngsters, children, everyone wants to be happy. Every person wants to live a happy and joyful life. First of all, I will compare the lives of this generation in which I and all of you are living with the lives of the people of ancient times. As all of you know that thousands years ago there lived some people. They used to live in caves, and these days we remember them as cavemen, the people who live in caves. And the lives of the people of primitive ages or cavemen were very awful, very troublesome, and they always live in the state of distress, confusion and tension. Because what were their desires? What were the desires of the people who live in caves? Their basic needs were drinking water. It might be polluted or dirty water at that time. And the other need is oxygen, air, which they as well as we people get free of cost. This is a natural process. We breathe, and our needs of oxygen are fulfilled entirely free of cost. And other needs the cavemen wanted, or their needs are need of food to eat, and they were always worried about from where next food would come at that time. And another important need, I am not talking about desires, remember, keep this in mind, right? And other need, body covering. The people of caves didn't have the luxury, didn't have the facility of clothes, dresses to cover their bodies. What they used leaves of trees like that to cover their bodies, and their basic needs were never fulfilled. And now I want to throw some light on the present generation, the generation to which I and you belong to. First of all, we always consider ourselves lucky and superior when we compare our lives to the lives of ancient people, their primitive lives, especially the lives of cavemen. Nobody is ready to accept that we are not superior. We all consider our lives superior, but today I am going to prove that in spite of making lot of progress, we are not superior to the people who used to live thousands of years ago. How? I am going to clarify now. With the passage of time, we have progressed a lot. We made progress in different fields like science, medical, astronomy. As all of you know, man stepped on the surface of the mountain, and these days they are they are striving, they are thriving to shift their physical lives to Mars or to other any planet of the solar system, because basically our mind always wants to innovate something new, to explore something new. Okay, today my topic is happiness, and my all speech is all about happiness. Why we are not getting happiness, and how can we how can we achieve happiness in our lives. First important thing that I mentioned just earlier, that we've progressed a lot. We have manufactured vehicles, helicopters, means of transportations. Majority of the people have got their own jets, aeroplanes. We can travel our journey in within few hours. In past thousands or hundreds of years ago, if people want to travel from one country to another country, it took a lot of time, even days and months, to travel from one country to another. But these days, if we want to travel from Pakistan to England or to USA, we can reach there within 8 to 10 or 12 hours. We have lot of convenience in our life, comforts, luxuries. We have made lot of machines. We have beautified our houses. In spite of getting all these things, the happiness, where is our happiness? Almost 95% people, or I should say, in my opinion, 100% people, they are living a tensive life. Their life is not trouble free. They all are in distress. Why they are living a sorrowful life or mournful life? I am going to tell you different reasons. First of all, I want to tell you that happiness is not a concrete thing. We cannot see, we cannot observe with our naked eyes. We can't see what is happiness. Why? Because happiness is not a concrete thing. It hasn't its physical existence. Okay? Happiness is a feeling. It's our hidden emotions. Okay? A state of emotions which gives us pleasure is called happiness. Okay? Happiness is feeling. Some people think, and some people, majority of the people, consider that happiness is a target. Remember, happiness is not a destination. We can't reach our destination if we think happiness our ambition or target or destination. If you consider happiness a destination, and you run at a speed of 100 kph, 100 kilometer per hour, and you want to catch up happiness, then I am going to tell you with 100% surety that if you run at 100 kph to get your destination of happiness, this happiness will run at 120 kph. And if you run at 150 km per hour to get your happiness, and your happiness will run farther at the speed of 200 km per hour. In this way, all your life will be wasted in getting happiness, because happiness is not a destination. It's your inner feelings, the feelings which you will have to explore, which you will have to look for inside you. What majority of the people do, why you always remain unhappy, why you always remain in a state of chaos, I am going to tell you today. If you think that some other people, someone can decide whether you will live a happy life or a sad life, this sort of your life, I am telling you that it is a slavery, not a life, isn't it? Am I right? I think majority of the persons will agree that I am right in this regard. Whatever happens within you, if this is decided, this is determined by somebody, this is the worst form of slavery. You are slave to the opinions, to the desires, to the wishes, to the likes and dislikes of other people. Remember, you can't get joy or happiness in your surroundings, in other people's hands. If you give the key or remote control of the happiness of your life in other people's hands, what will they do? They will make you dance on their tunes. They will destroy your happiness. They will laugh at you in your absence. You can't consider that they are your well-wisher. Okay, so my humble piece of advice for you is that never hand over the remote control of the happiness of your life in other people's life, because they are not going to make you happy. Your happiness, your feeling of happiness and joy is hidden inside you. I am going to give you some examples in this video. Let's move. If you think that life will be according to 100% of your desires, your wishes, remember, life will never happen 100% the way you desire it, you want it. Never. You can't run all your life according to your wishes and desires. Sometimes the things happens against your desires. Some things happens like your desires, as you want to be according to your choice. But never, things will never happen 100% the way you want it to be. If a person has 10% happiness, what he or she always does, he keeps himself busy in getting the rest of 90% happiness. What does he do in this regard? He forgets his 10% of happiness in search of getting the remaining 90% happiness. And his 10% happiness, which he always possesses, it vanishes. He isn't aware of the happiness that 10%. What should he do? First, he must enjoy his 10% happiness which he already possesses, and then he must try to get the remaining 90% happiness. If a person has 50% happiness, feeling of 50% of happiness, he always chases, he always follows, he always runs after the remaining 50% happiness, and in this way he demolishes his 50% happiness which he already has got in his life. Okay, now move forward. Some people have 90% happiness, feelings of 90% happiness in their life, but what they do, they always keep busy, they always struggle to get the remaining 10% happiness, and in this way they are unable to enjoy the 90% happiness which they already have. They forget, they ignore their present 90% feelings of happiness. Okay, how can we get happiness? Some people opine that they get happiness in getting a lot of wealth, lot of money. I am going to tell you that there are millions of people in the world who have a lot of wealth, but they don't have peace of mind. They are unhappy. Okay. Next, if a person wants to get a vehicle, a car, a Mercedes, and he thinks that after getting Mercedes he will become happy, he has his own thought going in his mind. I am asking, there are many people in the world who possess Mercedes, but they are unhappy. You can't get happiness in Mercedes. Okay. Let's have a look at another example. If a person wants to buy a house, a bungalow of 1 canal, and luckily he gets it, after a few days his happiness will be vanished, because when you get a thing, when you get a car, when you get wealth, when you get a new house, you become happy. All these external elements are responsible for your happiness momentarily. It can last for few days, for few months. Okay. If a person wants to live in a golden palace, let's say he gets a golden palace, and remember, his life will not become joyful. He will get bored. This is 100% sure. I am telling you that he will get bored after few days, after months, from that golden palace of his. Okay. You can't get your happiness, because happiness is not hidden in being materialistic. Okay. I am not telling you that you must keep yourself on a spot, because I am not talking about a stagnant life, because stagnant life is no life. You will explore the things, you will enjoy, you must enjoy your life. Explore, move forward, get lot of wealth. You must try to get lot of wealth, cars, bungalows, but the happiness is inside you. Okay. If people want, as I earlier mentioned, that people want to get 100% happiness, and this is not going to happen in not even single person's life. Let's suppose if it happens according to choice of all the people achieve their desires, their wishes, 100% wishes, where should I go? What will I do? Because if all the people get 100% happiness and joy, I won't be able to get even 1%. Okay. Don't run after wealth, don't run after material things, don't be materialistic. Remember that wishes don't come true in your life. Then why are we wasting our joys, our inner feelings in getting that then materialistic things? Okay. Remember, if your happiness is dependent on what happens around you or what others say about you, your chances of being happy, being joyful all the times will remain a dream. You won't be able to get joy at every cost. The chances of getting happiness is very rare if your happiness depends on other people's wishes and opinions. Okay. Now I have a little small example. If you want to enjoy your today's lunch, and in lunch you are having your favorite dish, mutton kadai or mutton biryani, and you want to relish today's lunch, and you think that after eating your lunch you will become happy. No, you are totally wrong. You won't be able to become happy after getting your lunch, because comfort, peace, joy and happiness is not the highest goals, not the targets or destinations. Rather, happiness, it is a fundamental or basic requirement. You must be happy prior to eating your lunch. If you are happy, you are optimistic, and the dish which you are having in your lunch is not your favorite dish, you will enjoy, in spite of that, enjoy a lot, and you will become a happy. Okay, so where does happiness lie? Happiness is a feeling, and you can get happiness in sorrowful condition, in sorrows, because sorrows and happiness run together, they accompany together. You can't live 100% sorrowful life, because all that mournful, sorrowful moments, they will come in your life. You will have to search happiness inside you. Happiness is hidden in your this device, this headpiece, in your mind, in your head. The most sensitive thing in the cosmos, the most sensitive and the most delicate thing in the universe is your brain. You must use it just like a touch screen of your mobile phone. What you do, you use your mind as it is made of iron or granite, and in this way you demolishes, you ruins your mind. Okay, so my request, my piece of advice is for you that never live your life according to the desires, wishes, likes and dislikes and the opinions of other people who surround you, because when you become unhappy, they laugh, they enjoy. Okay, always ignore the opinion of the people who surround you. Live a happy and relaxed life. My best wishes are all with you. I'll catch up you in next video. Till then, Allah Hafiz.